Hi, I'm Natalie, and today we're going to look at American coal mining. Coal plays a really important role in the United States energy production. We have the largest estimated coal reserves in the world and use 90% of this coal to run power plants that generate electricity throughout the country. So it's important to have a good understanding of the environmental, cultural, and economic sustainability implications since coal is very much so a part of the average American's life, whether they know it or not. When initially looking or thinking about coal mining, I pictured kind of the Industrial Revolution miners where they were all men with picks thrown over their shoulders and stood all over the place. It kind of made me think of coal as a dated source of energy. I knew there were environmental effects to burning coal, like CO2 emissions, but I didn't really know the specific environmental implications of mining. I also knew there were human health concerns with mining, but again, I didn't know the specifics. Additionally, I thought mining towns experience economic development as a result of the prosperity that comes from the fossil fuel industry. Upon taking a second look after doing research on coal mining, I focused my attention on mountaintop removal mining. This is any method of surface coal mining that removes a mountaintop or ridge line, whether or not the mined area will be returned to its approximate original contour. So essentially, they use explosives to extract coal from within the mountain. Here you can see a picture of what the area looks like after the mining occurs. It literally looks like the top of the mountain was chopped off. My second look revealed an extremely negative picture of coal mining as it not only threatens forests, biodiversity, clean water, and human health, it threatens the economy and the surrounding communities. Using my initial perception and my second look, I created two different word clouds, which you can see here. The top one is my initial perception, and the one below is my second look. There are many differences, but I think the most striking difference was that in the first word cloud, the words positive and negative were almost the same size, whereas in the second look, positive wasn't even a word used, and negative grew in size. In addition, the second word cloud included many more negative sounding words such as pollution, dumping, destruction, clearing, and deforestation. This difference suggests that I formed a much more negative view after further delving into the subject. The difference definitely came from the statistics I learned of in my research. Some of these statistics include revealing that 1.2 million acres of forest have been eliminated, 2,000 miles of Appalachian headwater streams have been polluted. Both are just referring to Appalachian area. Heart disease and cancer rates increased in these areas, and in West Virginia alone, employment in the mining industry went from 130,000 people to 20,000 people, even though more coal is being produced. After looking at the differences in my perceptions, I turned my focus to my own connection with coal. I was very surprised to see that I even had a connection at all. I didn't realize I did. So my connection is indirect. My energy provider does not purchase coal from mountaintop removal mines directly. Rather, it buys coal from companies that purchase coal from mountaintop removal mines in West Virginia. Below is a map showing that connection with the PowerPoint in New Jersey representing the company from which my energy provider purchases coal, and the other plants in red representing the companies that purchase coal from mountaintop removal mines. You can see the connection in red. There are environmental, cultural, and economic implications to mountaintop removal mining. Environmentally, mountaintop removal has been described as the activity responsible for the greatest amount of environmental destruction caused by a single type of activity in the country today. From deforestation to air pollution, habitat degradation, destruction of wildlife and biodiversity, and permanent loss of waterways. Culturally, communities surrounding mountaintop removal mining sites are experiencing human health effects, safety issues, and daily disruptions, as this type of mining contaminates drinking water, initiates forceful blasting, increases flooding, and produces unsafe slurry impoundments. Economically, contrary to what I thought in my initial perception of coal mining, mountaintop mining devastates local economies. Though coal production has increased, technological advances have replaced manpower with machinery. Thus, unemployment rate spikes in these areas. In addition, mining areas are less attractive for other industries due to the pollution of the land and air and water, which means the economies in these areas are less developed and less diverse. In order to mitigate environmental, cultural, and economic effects, United States citizens need to be more informed coal consumers. I suggest that New Jersey state government should require energy companies to provide labels on monthly energy bills that disclose the breakdown of energy resources used to produce the consumer's electricity. The California Energy Commission has already implemented the use of these kinds of labels, and they require retail electricity suppliers to list the different energy resources that can be combined to generate electricity. They also display the actual mix of electricity purchased by an individual utility in a given year, broken out by fuel type, and displays the mix of resources used in California for a given year. So you can compare your bill to the California state bill and kind of gauge how sustainable you are based on those breakdowns. I also suggest the use of an additional label. Energy companies should be required to stamp a label in the corner of each electricity bill that lets the consumer know where the resource most prominent in the energy mix came from. So here are my works cited. I hope you enjoy my presentation and you learned something.